Dear participant, next session will resume shortly.
Actually for the machines and the user accounts, mainly devices, network, firewall, and mainly more towards the organization, and this is the thing which we are seeing right now. And in the future it is it will be implemented for all the complete smart devices and smart technologies. And so that is there are many other security products. They are in the research and development. They are working for that. So just a quick insight. I'll take the access to the tool. Yeah. So how do we showcase the implementation of the AI and the quantum computing over here in this tool? This is the Azure portal. So in the Azure portal, we have the security products deployed here. I'll showcase that. And so in an organization, for example, we have uh, like many users. If there is a employee newly recruited, and there will be a for that person to log into the organization emails to access it, or to view the teams, and also to share the documents using the SharePoint, and also to access many other consoles. So he requires the user ID. So that user ID will be created by, there is a particular team called user ID management team. So user access will be provided by them. So basically what they will be doing is they will be creating the users for the Azure portal. So they'll be opening this portal by logging into portal.azure.com. And once we log in, we'll be landing into this page. So here we can create the users by,
Intellectual property rights for biological systems are legal rights that protect the ownership of a biological invention or creation. IPRs can include patents for trademarks and trade secrets. How do IPR works? How do IPRs work? So IPR. The question. Okay, that's a
okay,
capture.
so here we can, yeah, select create new user, and then we have the option here. Okay, so according to the name we can just mention test, and at the rate of the domains, whatever the domain which is for the respective organization, and the name that has to be displayed, and the password. So once this is done, we move on to the next option, and all the HR related information that will be filled in for the user type, and then employee ID, employee type, everything will be provided here. And then after we click on here, then we come into the assignments. So assignments, like exactly that employee ID is created with the so and so person's first name, last name, and all the bio information is pinned there. And after which we have to assign that particular project, the person, user role. So first we have to provide the group. Like we can have multiple groups here. We can select the any groups, which the particular person belongs to. Maybe senior admin, or like a or a global administrator or administrator. And here we have, yeah, any questions? So here we have the roles actually in the Azure portal. So like in an organization, we have many players. Like one could be application developer. If he is so, then we can provide this role to him. He can create the application registrations independent of user, or if he is a application administrator, we can assign this. And this is a new component, new feature which has been included in Azure, the recent launch of uh, Copilot. So this is AI administrator role. So like we have the Copilot, like everyone is are using in their browser, and like a trial version, and someone is using the subscribed version also. So in order to, in the organization, they will have certain privileges, like what needs to be shared or searched inside the Copilot. So there are like boundaries where they cannot put in all the information, like some um, technical jargons which are used in the day-to-day business activity. So that and the password, or like which is a suspicious string, or a long string. So there will be like many policies related to that will be restricted, and this will be monitored, and this policy related to that will be managed by the AI administrator. So he takes that privilege, so we can assign that role to him. Or if he is a Azure DevOps administrator, if he is joining as a DevOps administrator, we can assign him this role. Many, and cloud application security administrator, cloud application administrator. There are many other roles for different domains. Dynamics 365 administrator, exchange admin, exchange administrator. And for teams, actually, for SharePoint and Skype, even for teams we have a administrator to provide the policies, what needs to be shared, who they need to call. There are some privileges that they will be uh, connecting only to their business respectives, or like they have some limitations for that. They cannot connect directly to the clients teams, so like that they can only the dialing thing will not work, or like according to their policy, the limitations will be set like that. So these are the some directed roles that can be assigned over here. So after assigning all these things, we go here and we create a user. We provide the role and responsibility and the rights assignment. So we have done this. After which, once we click on create, within 1 or 2 minutes, it will be created, the role and the user. Uh, with the user ID, with the along with the roles, and the authentication will be done. So we have a list of options here. Azure services like Microsoft Entra ID, which is very important. This is the Entra ID is the one which is like used for like all any Azure application. Like we have in cybersecurity, we have many domains, we have like a network, firewall, endpoint, SOC, and we have messaging team, and we have many other domains also. So all these domain people, like we have Azure portal, we have all the products for the respective domains. So the Microsoft Entra ID is the one which will be used to uh, subscribe to all those applications. And like why it is very important and what are the Entra ID's features, we will see now. So Entra ID is the cloud-based identity and access management, IAM we call it, and that is used as a service for securing all the cloud applications, basically SaaS applications, software as a service. So what are the key features of this Azure Entra ID? Like we have single sign-on and multi-factor authentication. I believe you everyone knows about the single sign-on and multi-factor. So basically, single sign-on applications, like mostly once we log in using this Entra ID, using this single sign-on methodology, then that particular ID will that is more than enough to access many other services. So it will not again it will not verify for the other password. So that is the the representation here. Single set of credentials, streamlining access and simplifying management. MFA is multi-factor, so it requires a recovery. There is a other set of authentication method in order to secure the environment. And we have these in Entra ID. We have conditional access. So conditional access, we have three policies like location based policies. So where this will be applied, conditional access location based is like when there is a person user who is using the device and he's trying to access the device from his home, and in that case, here we have the option to connect to the organization VPN from the home network. And when he logs into the home network, and when he move to the organization and connects via ethernet or connects the device via wi-fi, then the policy will switch to the automatically it will take the policy of the organization. So the and it will connect to the organization's network. And we have device compliance. So basically device compliance is like this person, the user, the Entra ID who the person who has punched the Entra ID in his machine, and he's accessing all the information, and he's doing the day-to-day activity. So like in order to ensure the that particular user ID, how many times that user ID is being used in the environment. So for that can be calculated using the device compliance. So this device compliance will also be submitted as a part of auditing. So to analyze the amount of um, hours spent by that user ID, to check whether it is genuinely used or not. And risk-based policies. So risk-based policies, basically there are like some user IDs that can be uh, there are chances there are cases where disabled user ID, the employee might have he is relieved from his job, and at that particular time that user ID is disabled by the particular team. But when these risk-based policies will apply, when that when there is a suspicious activity which is identified by the Sentinel SIM, which is the security product of Microsoft, or Microsoft Defender, when it is identifying such activity, and like in that case the investigation occurs. The investigation point of view, they will validate the user ID. Okay, they have the user ID looks like disabled, and or it is not in use, but that user ID is being used for this particular activity. So in order to check that thing, or like before that talk comes in, this risk-based policies which will protect us in users or hackers mainly using the disabled IDs, or manipulating the similar way of IDs to conduct the acts. So user management, basically we have the user provisioning. So the process of creating the user accounts and for the cloud applications, and assigning it to the respective groups for their team or like the product which they are supporting. We will provide the group management for that and provide the access, that is role based access control. Some there are like categories where the people from level 1, level 2, level 3, and technicians and um, development activities people who are involving, so managers. So in that case we will segregate, and according to their privilege we will be providing the access. So the Entra ID can be used for the hybrid environments. Like we have both. There are Active Directories which is used in on-premises. So the Active Directory on-premises AD that can be integrated into the Azure, and also the Azure AD, that is a cloud-based AD that can also associate. So both can be, like the Azure Entra ID that will support for both the environment. And this Azure Entra ID will support these features: passwordless authentication, including biometrics and or like security keys for a security person. Instead of typing the password, there are many other methods. And identity protection. So this identity protection, this is for protecting the Active Directory servers. We have something called Microsoft Defender for Identity. That's a separate product that is used for Microsoft, Active Directory servers. So like it is like very so we have the AD and AD servers. So it's like a tier 0 server. So that is quite costly for the business. So in order to provide ensure more security, so this identity protection will also be subscribed. So this needs to be accessed regularly by collecting that logs and ensuring it is compliant with all the necessary definitions or updates that are required for those Azure to function in day-to-day life. So mainly the Entra ID is, used for business applications. This is like for SaaS applications, and we do have the custom applications. I'll show that in the portal, and API management. So API management also, like these custom applications and API management. This both are like mostly we can use the Azure portal and support the third party products, the integration purpose of the third party products, not Microsoft related product, but maybe a Cisco AWS service, a Broadcom, and like many other platforms available in the market. So we can integrate that. Okay, now let's showcase how that Entra ID works and some examples about the protection technology which we use. So we have something called, in Azure we have many products. So we have seen about the information about Microsoft Entra ID. So this ID is used to integrate and to use multiple cloud applications. So we have something called Microsoft Sentinel. So Sentinel is the one of the Microsoft's security event management tool. So here we can integrate many telemetries, like security related products. In this Sentinel portal we can integrate many other telemetries. Why we are integrating, and what we are integrating is In an organization, there can be a network. I mean, there can be a router, a firewall, switch, and there could be servers, and there may be list of many variety of servers like application server, file server, and endpoints, workstations, and operating systems. I mean, even Android devices, mobile phones. Organization use mobile phones also. So we, in order to protect, I mean, themselves, like we can we have some devices that can be protected using the antivirus, but some devices which does not like have the AV facility, and also to we cannot view them, but we can connect, integrate them with use the using their application platform. So in that case, to monitor them, this to ensure the security, so we are using the SIM platform. So let me show. This is um, so this is the overview of SIM actually. So now this there is one a new product that is called XDR, Microsoft XDR, that is also come into place, but that is, I mean, very advanced than this EDR and SIM tool. So this fields actually it I mean, this informs. This is the overview where this is a dashboard, general dashboard, where we can see the incidents populating here, and any automation which is either we have some default automation which is provided by the Microsoft. We can enable that, or when we have customized automation that can be displayed here, and the data ingested, that connectivity of like if in case suppose we have for example 1,000 machines in our environment, 1,000 machines are connected to this Sentinel tool. So the Sentinel will exactly connect to the event viewer log, mainly that will focus on the machine's event viewer, and it will pull the information and that data. If any security threat is posed, that I mean the Windows operating system, we can view it in the event viewer logs, and that information can be seen in the data that will be populated here. Then analytics is currently what are the list of machines which is posed with the threat. We have red indication, like if it is red, then that is the severity is high risk, and we have low risk and medium risk also. So that categorization underneath that, it will be falling so that we can, if it is posing in high risk, then we can immediately check that, and that indicators we can check back in our team, or we can proceed with the next actions to mitigate that, and the investigation also. So here is the main implementation of the logs, which we have the queries where we can pull the logs. Like for example, we need to know a list of many machines, device ID, event class ID in a single query. We can just run through the query. There are default queries also listed here. If we click on queries, there are it will sum up with a list of queries. So this is called Custos query language. The language which is used here is called Custos query language. So it is like we can say like similar little bit of SQL, and yeah, some sort of C++ parameters can be used here. So we can, it will be all the fields will be there. We can just select what we want. Like we wanted to know security alert where. So there are, I'm just giving I mean like I mean, I wanted to check. There are like multiple RDP failures. Like it has been done by the threat actors. I mean, using a bot or automated a tool, or like any other hacking tool which is used by them, and they're trying to run a script to log into our servers using the RDP technique, and that is being failed for multiple times. And we we may see the response like that by the event ID failure. So, like the remote desktop failure event IDs, like these numbers. Okay, we may get like this 4625, a failed RDP logon due to incorrect username or password. Like something like that will be appearing here in the incident area. Something like that will be populating here in the incident since it's fresh actually. And like we wanted to know, like it has occurred on one or two servers. Okay, and we wanted to check like the same way of event ID, like failures that has occurred in the multiple devices. And like maybe that is done, but I mean it is not yet to populate here. In order to check that, we can set our query in the hunting. Also we can set, we have this option called failed RDP attempts. So we can set the query like this: security event, where event ID equal to this event ID number, and then project time, the timestamp generated, account, computer, and this. So that once we run this query, it will pull us the information. Okay, and so this is the access control for the IAM, identity and access management. Here we can check the access provided by the user IDs created, and the role assignments, the roles which are provided for the list of user IDs in our organization. This is deny assignments and classic administrators. And so this is the Sentinel, how it works. Okay. Now, apart from Sentinel, we can deploy, as I earlier I said, many other Azure products can be integrated to this. I mean, apart from Azure security products, we can also integrate the third-party products also. Anything in the Azure portal. So we can do that by this way. So here we have something called Content Hub. So here it will showcase like the list of products which can be integrated in to the Azure portal. So we have 376 solutions, and we can check if we want Azure firewall, we can select that. And once you click here, it will showcase. It will also provide the content type. What all the um, I mean by inbuilt what all the features we will be getting, and the pricing it will show if it is. I mean, depends on our organization requirement, like the pricing we and also like if we have some customization in the firewall, the pricing will go up and down also. And we have many products like AWS also we can integrate. So AWS Web Services, AWS IAM Systems Manager. So we can just click here and we can just go through the plans and what are the features of the product. If it is required for our organization, we can deploy it. And then the price will be like once you complete here, and then the price it will be displaying the price also. So these steps related to threat management, we were seeing the incidents. So after the incident, we have the SIM tool that has done the collection part, and it has indicated in the incident that and it is also it would have blocked it, and sometimes the depending on the um, rules which or the query which we write, it will take the action also. And next part is like what we will be doing it. We have this is threat intelligence. So threat intelligence will be a separate team where they will, it will be their job will be like mainly they will collect all the threat data, and they will analyze, and they will test in their test environment, sandbox, to check how to check like what are the security measures they need to come up with for the organization, and they will provide the uh, information to the management. We have something called these incidents. Okay, we have something how this works, how this quantum computing, AI intelligence, all these things are applied to this security tool. How it works is we have something called Mitre. So Mitre is a non-government organization. Okay, so Microsoft has integrated this security tool with this techniques, attack techniques, which is called Mitre. So there are like many attack techniques. So if we have the separate website also for that. Sure. So this is a non-government organization website. So for example, there is a hacker who is for example, we'll take a lively example, like we have like some few days or if some few months before, there is one big threat activity occurred in Tamil Nadu, Trichy jewel shop, I think so. I think it was very popular in the newspapers, if you're aware of that. So in those cases, like that was planned by the uh, that um, thief. Like 3 months he watched, and he identified all the cameras, where it was placed and what time the workers are going out in. All these activities are monitored, and then he tried to identify where the loophole is, and then I think he tried to place a dig web. He dig that, I think, where the CCTV was not focusing. There is no appearance of CCTV, and then he tried to achieve it, and he also, I think, successfully done that. So the similar way only, like the lively example only, here also we have a list of stages where the there is a step by step process for the hacker. It will be, they will be like manipulating. They will be like for a first they will reconnaissance means, they will be like monitoring for the weak vulnerability, vulnerability and easy to hack machines. How do they do? Before reconnaissance, they will be using some kind of scan called network mapping or metasploit. They'll be using. So metasploit, and anyone can use it, but I mean if we are planning to use it in our home network, then there will be a big problem. But for known IPs actually, but we have a sandbox and protected environment. We have a VM. We can we can deploy the Metasploit Linux, or we can deploy the Kali Linux tool, and we can check ourselves itself, like how to run the nmap scans and all. So reconnaissance, and then the stage by stage it goes: reconnaissance and resource development and initial access, execution, persistence, privilege escalation, defense evasion, credential access, discovery. So here there will be a list of techniques. These all are the attack techniques actually. Attack techniques. So these techniques will be, if we calculate so far, I think it will be more than, so far 850 plus techniques are there, attack techniques. This MITRE is the a non-government organization. It will be tied up with globally what all the security products available. It will, the products ability will be first to check with the ATT and CK to see whether this attack pattern is already there registered, and they have the list of techniques already learned. Like that, this tool will, it will be checking back to the mid-tray, and once the attack technique is found, then immediately the incident which is showing here, it will also contain that attack pattern found from the mid-tray. That so and so attack pattern is there. The technique will be listed in that in that incident itself. And there is one other website which is for like to decrypt the ransomware. Actually, we have something called nomoransomware.org. So this is also a non-government organization website. So this is developed by Europolis, Europol, and Polity. This is not sure. This is some other police from Europe only, and this is also supported by Barracuda Firewall, and AWS also sponsoring this website. So what is the good part of this website is they have around 750 plus decryption script for the ransomware attacked missions. This is that website. So they have freely made it available for the like these kind of ransomwares: Donex, Blackbuster, Lockbit 3.0, Ragnar, Ranhasen, Mafiaware 666. solid bit. Some blackbust and all, some lockbit 3.0 blackbust and some renowned ransomware in the organization level. So they have made it free, but mostly this decrypting script actually that is used by the uh, many personal users, like but organization level they neglect to use this. Why? Because the confidentiality, data confidentiality will be exposed. So for that reason, mostly ransomware, this website is used by the personal users. And so there are few websites actually. So virustotal.com, and so urlscan.io. Actually, when we are getting day to day, like we are receiving many emails, and we also get many WhatsApp messages, sometimes messages we dedicatedly it will be sent from the banks, or something which we have subscribed, but we are unsure whether it is a phishing domain, it's coming from like a repeated URL or not. So in that case, we can go to this urlscan.io, and we can check that website reputation. Okay, Azure has avoided that URL to be scanned. Maybe we can. We have one more website called hybridanalysis.com. Yeah, so the submission name, and this website hybrid analysis has analyzed this website and it is identified as malicious. The reason is why it has been identified is because this virustotal.com is like most widely used by many users, so it is like mainly to check like a bad reputation website. So that is the reason the behavior could be identified, like mostly like during the I mean when we check the URL, so that could be the reason. Okay, I think we are done with the Azure ID. So we have something called penetration testing. Actually, I'll just have very, yeah. So penetration testing is like mostly used both by the organization level and also like any hacker also can use this. So why this pen test is used actually, like to identify the application is encrypted, and the application has the digitally signed certificate, or having all the updates for that respective application. So pen testing can be done in a like a there are like three um, options, like black box, I mean black box, white box, and gray box. So mainly black box is the testers, they will be they will not, black box means that is mainly for the hackers only, because they won't have any proper idea about the target system and operating I mean system. They just run the test, I mean pen test for the I mean whatever the stolen data or like IP address. If sometimes they know about the domain, and if that they know like that particular company is generating a lot of revenue in a month or in a year, and they wanted to bring down their business, then they try to use this black box test, I mean pen testing, to try to identify the vulnerability. And then once it is done, then they will execute and take the control of the machines, and then they will use the ransomware technique or any other phishing URL technique to get steal information and get their business down. White box is the like it is clear testing which is done inside the organization, where they will have proper they know what they are doing, like it is a very monthly activity, where like we in organization they call it as vulnerability and penetration testing team. So they will be running this to for their servers, to ensure that they are capable of overcome that penetration testing. So this is legitimate, and it is informed, and it is properly approved by the managers, and they will conduct this. And gray box is where the it is very limited. Like this is also like, I mean it is done by sometimes I mean without a proper idea. Sometimes someone will target the system, and they will conduct it. So some of the penetration testing techniques are network scanning, vulnerability scanning, web application testing, and social engineering, and physical security assessment. Okay, I think we almost I mean covered. Yeah. So if you have any doubts related to this, yeah, you can ask the questions. It's open. Yeah. If you have any questions, you can ask. No problem. Yeah.
Yes, good evening, sir. Myself, Dr. Manoj Bist.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. My question is, sir, कि many company and many cyber security features in enable and developed by many manufacturers, and everybody say कि I am secure. But nowadays technology very grow now, but then again hackers are hack the sites. Now the
Mhm.
nowadays is 2nd October in 2024. Uttarakhand government से government sites total is hacked. तो
Mhm.
NIC जो some क्या कहते हैं आपके securities prepare some data centers secure but hacked. So what
Mhm.
happens?
Yeah.
Sir? what future, what is the future, that all the security is the excellent, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you for the question. Yeah, definitely. Actually, like, yeah, we see like nowadays there are many other patterns and techniques are like utilized day to day by the hackers as well as I mean, we the technology wise, I mean, their target audience is being moved now, and also the technique also like there are many new techniques that are used. The only thing to secure this thing is like we can provide all the security parameters, but understanding the organization's I mean ability, I mean they and because each and every technology, for example, I can show like for a DDoS attack, actually we have many products which is very costly actually. So
Yes.
Akamai is one of the DDoS protection product actually. So this one is used by this can be used only by the mainly for financial banking sectors, payment gateway sectors, and so payment banking financial institutes, they will ensure that to because every day there is a transaction, so they need to ensure all the security products to protect them in any other way. So depends on the their financial independence of the business. And also like example, this DDoS products can be utilized used by for example, we have Amazon and Flipkart. So we are every day we are purchasing in, I mean Swiggy or I mean we are buying something always merchandise in the e-commerce. So like when there is a festival offer, what happens, I mean there is a automatically, I mean this is I mean reality is like the Flipkart people will like to they will falsely, I mean they'll falsely raise multiple millions of requests to the Amazon website.
Yes.
Why? Because I mean they are not literally doing, but they have some third party and to do that. And why? Because their business will go down, so people will automatically use the Flipkart's website. So
Yes.
in order to protect this situation, so they are using this DDoS protection products. Like the same way, like banking industries also, like there are many Russian banks are under attack, and like Ukraine, due to this cyber war. And also like in the Middle East also, like there are like many competition in the business. So in the banking business itself, so they are like I mean coming up with a nowadays there is ransomware as a service is a business actually. I will
Yes,
show
yes,
you
yes.
ransomware. There is no attackers. I mean, we have SAS like the same way, IAS infrastructure as like the same way ransom as a service has come nowadays. So it
Yes.
is open now. So anyone can buy the ransom as a service. They have a team and to sell the ransomware as a service, and they can deploy for a particular business. So it is, I mean, it is under the dark world actually. So
Yes,
it
sir.
is we need to go to the mainly cyber security bulletins news, and we need to like ensure what are the new attacks techniques that is used, and that we need to come up with that ideas and share that. That is the main thing, sir. Actually,
Yes.
nowadays.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, any other questions? So okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. I think, yeah, it's a, great opportunity, and I thank to Sairam Institute and I think Arunai ma'am who contacted, and also all the time provided by the lecturers and professors who are actively attending here. And thank you so much. And yeah, if you have any doubts, yeah, we can connect. Thank you. You have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, it's communicating to the SIM console.
Thank you so much, sir,
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
for such an enlightening and impactful session. On behalf of everyone here, I express our heartfelt gratitude for sharing your knowledge, expertise, and valuable time with us today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I think there is some question asked in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Let me, yes, that is SIM console. Yeah, let me show that one. Okay.
Yes, sir. How it is communicating to the SIM console, sir?
Sure, definitely. I'll show that. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we have something called the agent, SIM agent actually. So we will be downloading that, and I mean here we have that option. I'll show that. So we have to download it, and then we need to I mean use that package to the endpoint, and we can install it. So there is a primary key will be for to connect to this console. The primary key will be there. So using that, it will be connecting actually. So actually, I'm not able to show it actually. Okay, so that is here. I'm unable to check that option actually. I'm not sure if it is displaying slowly. Yeah. So anything else? Any other question actually?
Yes, sir. Some of the participant posts one question.
Yeah,
How
sure.
can AI and quantum computing bring big changes to healthcare or finance?
Yeah, actually, like I mean, we have something called nowadays IoT, Internet of Things, actually. So it is like now they have started deploying IoTs in the many products as well, and that will be used slowly, and in the banking websites or applications we are using. So mostly for the web session, I mean when we log into our payment app, actually maybe network I mean net banking or mobile banking. So we have that web sessions actually. So that options of the web sessions idle time is like I mean the app developer will be setting up that idle time. So that thing, even that idle time also like known by the hackers, and they can immediately they can generate the MFA like a OTP kind of thing, and try to gain the access of the application also. So there is a possibility like I mean that options will be removed, and also like using the Internet of Things.
Thanks, Papa.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Yes, sir. Can AI
Yeah.
and quantum computing together improve climate modeling and predictions?
Yes. Yeah, AI and quantum computing can, yeah, definitely there is, because I'll show you the options are like, I mean, we have one particular module for the same, okay, something called optimization based on the data day to day collect, I mean, options. We have them stuff. So we have something called SOC optimization. So here the data ingested, okay, that is over a period that will be calculated, and with this we can easily optimize, and AI can optimize it, and it will showcase like, see these, you have used, I mean, based on the data you have used this effectively, this one, this component, and you have not used this component. So it is, it will give us the decision also, like which one, and in a result oriented way, it will provide us the um, results, like which one need to be, which is optimized to your organization, and give the results. So if this is possible, yes, and in the climate modeling also, like they can implement, I mean, AI can do far better in the day to day collection of data and providing the result oriented optimization. Yeah, is there any other questions?
Yes, sir. How multimodal AI quantum computing with mechanics works in healthcare?
Multi-modeling quantum mechanics, right?
The multimodal AI quantum computing with mechanics works in healthcare.
Okay, that, I mean, this particular module, I'm not aware, but maybe it looks like, I mean, it is related to, yeah, we have some in healthcare, like we have many devices, like in the, like we have like, I mean, laparoscopy devices, and like we have many devices which is used in the optics. So in that case, like it can be applied, and also industrial robotics are also like used nowadays. So yeah, we can expect.
Yes, sir. Another question also.
Yeah, sure.
Quantum computers can store and handle large volume of data. How could optimization for the same handled?
Yeah, quantum is, yeah, we have the methodologies to to fulfill that. Actually, like we can depends on that product. We can, like we have something called, here we use the language, query language, and like depends on the platform, like how that quantum computing is developed, or like it is implemented on that particular platform. Then they need to design the language, and according to that they can provide the inputs, and to calculate, to evaluate the big larger data in a very faster manner.
Yes, sir. Last question.
Yeah,
How can quantum computing improve optimization in machine learning algorithms?
yeah, machine learning algorithms, like, yeah, we have this, um, I mean, automatic detection response. Okay, so collectively it will, I mean, in the security perspective, it will, we have something called collect, and investigate, and then investigate, and I mean provide the results. So like these, using the ML machine language only, these activities are done automatically, and it will also take the actions accordingly. And like for example, there is a any hack is planned, and that can identify that, and it will it will detect it, and it will also identify the threat, and it will block it. And these are the major part where the actions are taken by themselves. It will create the incident also ticket, and also it will resolve it. So that is the major contribution of the machine language.
Thank you for addressing the doubt, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, ma'am.
Informative, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Yeah. Thank you all.
Dear participants, the feedback link for session 4 has been shared in the chat box. Kindly note that the link will remain active until 10:30 p.m. As we conclude today's session, we kindly remind you to join tomorrow's session on time to ensure a seamless learning experience. The meeting link will be shared in the WhatsApp group for your convenience. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.